Mo Bamba will miss at least 4 weeks due to a high ankle sprain. This means he will be out for most, if not all, of the remaining games of the regular season. The Lakers have one roster spot available to sign another center to replace him. Here are some names they should consider. Now, a big name I've been hearing is Demarcus Cousins. Now this makes sense. He's a former All-Star, he's a former Laker. He's familiar with LeBron and AD, especially AD, who he played with in New Orleans. Offensively, he could be useful. He can obviously score inside, he can stretch the floor, and he's actually a really good passer. Defensively, he's not that great. Even in his prime, he wasn't really known as a defender, especially out in the perimeter. But he's unlikely going to get a lot of playing time, and it wouldn't hurt to have him on the roster. Personally, I would prefer to have someone that's more NBA ready and in NBA shape. Not saying that Boogie is out of shape. I'm sure he's been putting in the work and staying ready. But nothing is quite the same as actually playing NBA basketball. So I would prefer someone that has been playing this season, particularly someone that was just bought out. I think the best player available is Serge Ibaka. In his prime, he's exactly the type of player you would want. Someone that can stretch the floor and protect the rim. But he's pretty washed at this point. I'm not sure how good his defense is right now, but I'm sure he can still stretch the floor. But he's not a bad option to have as an end of the bench guy. Plus he has championship experience and could be a good veteran presence for some of these younger guys. Another guy that was bought out is Juancho Hernangomez. Bo Cruz. Now he's not really a center, more of a forward. But he's 6'9", so he has some size. He could potentially play center as an emergency option. And he's younger than a lot of these other available players. So he could potentially be someone who could stick around past this season. Now after that, the options aren't great. These are players that have been available for a while. And there's a reason they remain unsigned. But at this point, you basically just need a big body. So you could look at guys like Hassan Whiteside, Tristan Thompson, Marcus Aldridge, Paul Millsap, maybe even look at bringing Dwight Howard back. Or you can take a chance on guys like Taco Fall. Yeah, I know, none of these names are all that sexy. But you're just looking for someone you can insert at the 5 in case one of the current guys is unavailable. Now they do have the option to not sign another center. They could decide filling another position is more important. They have been rumored to be looking for another ball-handling guard to make up for LeBron's absence. And of course, you could always use more wings. But whoever they sign isn't likely going to be part of the rotation. But I do think with Bamba out, a backup center is really their biggest need. Right now, you basically just have Anthony Davis and Wenyen Gabriel. You're going to need another big man to be able to play if one of those guys gets into foul trouble or on days when AD sits out. Now, Jared Vanderbilt can play some center. He played a lot of center minutes during his time in Utah and Minnesota. But we've seen that he's a lot more useful to the team as a wing defender. So I do think they need to get another center. Injuries have not been too kind to the Lakers this season, especially with the ankles. But hopefully the Lakers can rally with the guys that are available, and hopefully they have better health for the rest of the season.